Hello everyone, we'll start the session exactly in 2 minutes. Let's wait for more people, 14 people watching. Let's wait for 2 more minutes and we'll start. Shwetang is also with me and I'll also call his name very quickly. Just give us 2 minutes. In the meantime, in case you have any requests, any suggestions or anything you want to have, just reply on the live chat itself so that I can see. In case you need some specific sessions on any topics, probably on PCA, on feature engineering, or any kind of topics, just let me know. Tableau, Power BI, any specific EDA classes or anything, be it on anything, just try to write down in the comments itself and we will get back to you very quickly. Just a notice to you guys, next weekend's class is going to be on Google Analytics. So I will have Prashant, who is one of my colleagues. He will be joining for that session. So yeah, in case you are new to this channel, please like, share and subscribe the video, and we'll exactly start in 1 more minute. We'll just wait for 1 more minute so that people join in. Shwetank, can you go on full screen mode, please? Thank you. Shwetank, you there? You can you go on full screen mode for your presentation? Yeah, thank you, Shwetank. Just give it 1 more minute, Shwetank. We will start quickly.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Okay, so who all are there? Can we have COVID-19 prediction? Definitely, Manish, we can have it. I will keep that in radar. Probably next to next weekend's session is free, so we can have something on COVID-19 kind of prediction or kind of a dashboard where we can scrape data real time from Twitter or something. Maybe we can see what we can do. Uh, Hello everyone. Hi Shangmesh. Thank you. Interesting. Yes, could be interesting. I'm really excited for sports analytics because the moment I saw some post on LinkedIn related to sports analytics, I quickly reached out to Swetank and I asked for his time, and luckily I got his time. So we will have Swetank. He will be explaining you everything about sports analytics, and he will also explain you some of the use cases related to cricket. And of course, there are abundant use cases. Will not be able to cover everything, but yeah, if you are interested further, probably let's say you're interested for football or some other sports, if you want to do that kind of analysis, just let me know and I will have Shwetank with us for some of our future sessions and we can conduct a session quickly. Anybody has any doubts? 31 people watching. Please like the video, guys. I have been following Shwetank's post on LinkedIn. Oh, nice, Sangmesh. Thank you. Please guys, like as much as possible because based on the likes itself, Facebook, YouTube will recommend the video to other people as well. So the algorithms have changed, so it's very difficult to get traction. Very interesting. Thank you, Roshan. Okay, in the meanwhile, let people join in. I'll just introduce myself. People know me, but hello everyone. This is Satyajit Pattnaik and welcome to my channel. In case you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get notified on my future videos and session. Today we have with us Dr. Shwetang Pathak. So, who works as a data scientist in the sports domain, is also a physiotherapist at Center of Sports Science, and he's also a part of our various data science communities where he helps other fellow members and data science enthusiasts as well. As most of you already know, I have recently started doing live workshops and webinars every day, like every week Sunday at 7 p.m. IST, probably 7 to 8 p.m. It depends, but most likely it will be 7 p.m. IST. So today's topic is going to be on sports analytics, and we'll see how data analysis can be done in sports domain. At least I haven't tried it, so this is going to be very fascinating for me. And Shwetang will also talk about some of the use cases in the cricket areas, like what can be done in the cricket, be it a fantasy league prediction or be it a cricketer prediction, cricket analysis, players analysis, all these kind of things that can be done, right? So let's get quickly started on this. In case you have any questions in the middle of the session, you can post it as a comment or in the live chat, and I and Shwetank will try to get back to you with the answers. If your questions are somehow missed, you can definitely reach out to me or Shwetank directly. Links to our LinkedIn profiles are already shared in the description of this video. You also have my WhatsApp numbers as well, so you are free to ping me anytime. Just a disclaimer, like the last session, like the last few sessions, Shwetang has created presentations and codes which will be showing live to you directly during the session, but this is only accessible to you once I get 100 likes on this video. Now that's not going to be demanding, but just a request to like, share, and subscribe my channel. And trust me, guys, we'll come up with a lot of free webinars and workshops on various topics related to this niche. Okay, so let's get started. Shwetang, over to you guys. Over to you, Shwetang. Sorry, you can probably get started with it. Okay, sorry,
Him
Shwetang.
also.
Sorry, Shwetang. I had unmuted you. You can probably start again.
Hi everyone. So thanks for joining this video. Okay, and I would like to thanks him also for letting me know about opportunity to have a brief idea about the sports over here. So when we talk about sports, okay, so there are various sorts of game. Okay, so it's like a big data. Okay, when we are talking about these things, okay, so it is not confined to only doing any fantasy league or any football and analytics and all those things. So whenever I'm working in the sports domain, I have to look after the fitness also, okay, and then some performance also. And when we talk about a performance, it can be the prediction of how well you're going to play. All those things comes in the picture when we talk about sports. It is not new topic. Okay. And there was a movie on this also, Moneyball. Fine. And there's also book. So you guys can go and read that book. It is an interesting book when you go forward with this topic. Okay. So the agenda of this session is to know about what is sports analytics, how it works, what are the things are over there, and what are things we can do. And what is the benefit? Who are the stakeholders over there? So you can see over here. Okay. So basically, sports analytics is an umbrella term. Okay. So you're not only confined to doing only prediction of scores, prediction of runs, or how many goals they will going to score. It is bigger than that. Okay. So when we talk about any sort of fantasy league, so there is a betting going on over there. Okay. So there's lots of money involved over there. Similarly, during an auction, okay, so we have to understand the market, we have to understand the player, how they are playing. So we have to know what is the level of performance, how they are performing, what is the fitness level. All those things comes in the picture. Okay, when we talk about the transfer of a player from one team to another, how was his past performance and everything. So it's not only about talking what will be the score of the match, who will win. It's far more than that. So in today's, we will be going through a Python code too as well as a how run prediction is going on. The simple model. It's not so sophisticated over here. And similarly, with the help of Excel, I will be giving a overview of how to measure the impact of a player. Okay, suppose two players are playing. So both of them scored a similar thing. So which player is performing well? So in that aspect, we have to give a weightage over there. Okay. All those things I will take care of in this session. Okay. So when we talk about understanding the sports market, okay, so there's involvement of stakeholders. Okay, franchises are there. They will be investing lots of money by buying any player, or you can say marketing, all those things involved. So if you understand well enough the sports, what is the emotion over there, okay, so all those things are important. Suppose if you want to understand emotion over here, so we can go for the NLP. If some commentators are doing any sort of commentary, you can go for the extracting those data from the website, or and you can do analysis on that aspect. Therefore, you can know what is the sentiment over there. Okay, so whether they are saying in the favor of a team or against a team, or favor of the player or against a player, or nullified. All those things can be done. Similarly, which player was performing well the past seasons and everything. All those things comes in the picture when we talk about sports market over here. Because suppose if you want to buy any player, okay, and if you're buying for X amount over here, and if that player is not performing well for your league, for your team, then that X amount is going to be of no use. So all those things comes when we talk about understanding the sports market and audience, okay, engagement of audience, how you are doing. Okay, so all those things, marketing stuff, everything will comes over here. That's why with the help of basic stats, or you can say applying some statistical test over here, you can analyze two group of audience or two team who is performing well, and all those things comes over here. And through that we can know which player we have to invest on, or which team we have to invest on, which ground, all those things comes in the picture. Suppose if you are playing a match in some area where the travel, okay, traveling is difficult, then again the audience reach will be difficult. All those things comes in the picture when we talk about how the marketing sports market work. So that is one of the critical area we talk about the monetary expense over here. Okay. Similarly, thus comes the fantasy sports, and that is well versed over here. Okay, everybody is playing any sorts of fantasy sports, and if we know how to predict anything in the future with some sort of good accuracy, it will be better. Is it valid or reliable? That is a question mark over here. Because suppose X team is playing 11 player today, and that team is not playing same player in the other session, whole the mathematics goes wrong over there, because you took a feature of that pair while predicting anything. It's a dynamic thing over here. It will keep on changing. All those things are dynamic. So we have to take into consideration of the present, which players are playing. All those things you have to take care of. Then we can say, yeah, that team will be going to perform well or not. That is one of the thing over here. And yeah, fitness as being a working as a sports scientist, and I have to look after the fitness also. And fitness is highly correlated with the performance. Okay. Suppose if you want to hit a six, you need to have a good power in your upper body. Otherwise, it is quite difficult to hit long sixes. Okay. It's not about bulkiness. If you think that bulky body will hit far, it's not like that. There are much more things involved physiologically. So all those things we have to take care of. Fitness, we talk about fitness, there are various system in the body. All those system we have to take care of. It's not only about doing one specific test and we can go, yeah, player is fit or not fit. So we have to do all the aspects of the testing over there. That is quite needed. And similarly, understanding the sports. Okay, if you don't know XYZ of the sports, how you are going to work on that sports. If you're knowing about cricket only, and if you want to go for the basketball or hockey or football, athletics, any sorts of, and whether in the long jump, if you want to say the person will be jumping far more, if you don't know anything about that, it's quite difficult to analyze all those things. So over here I have divided into the four directions. Okay, everything is related to each other. We can do a team analysis over here as well, peer analysis as well. Team- what is a team fitness? Okay, when we talk about, we can group it together and we can say team fitness was good or bad. All those things we can say. Similarly, individual players, if the player is unfit, that is going to impact the performance. And again, your selection of that player, suppose you're selecting some player and who is not so well, who is not so fit, again there is high chances that he will go off in the match. So these all things we have to take care of when we are doing all those things. Although it is quite difficult to get a data, the fitness data is quite difficult and it is confidential, so we can't get it. But somehow I'm working in that domain, so I know. Then we talk about match. Okay, so what was the score yesterday? How every player performed, all those things. Similarly, we can go for the season. What was the season score last year? 2020 or 2019, all those things. So the historical data, as all we know, we can say something about the performance over here, how the team is performing, how players are performing. Basically, in the point of view of match only. Okay, we are not talking right now about fitness. Okay, it is quite difficult to go for the historical data to say about the fitness in the present. Okay, our body changes regularly, so we can't say about that. Okay. So when we talk about fitness, it has to be present scenario. We can't go for the historical data. It is quite difficult if someone is running poor or eating something bad. It's obviously it is going to cause an impact in the fitness. Yeah. All the things comes over here in the fitness. We can't go for the historical data in the fitness point of view. It's quite difficult to predict the fitness in the future because it's not so reliable over here. When we talk about the performance, basically a team performance, or you can say individual performance, how many runs the team scored, or players scored in a season or in a match, all those things we can do that with the help of simple linear regression. Okay. And yeah, as I told you, understanding the sports. So how to do that, all those things. So when we talk about, there are two factors I have written over here: intrinsic factor and extrinsic factor. Intrinsic means the things that is inside your body. Okay, if these things are not so good, again it is going to cause an impact of your body, and again all your selection of the player. Suppose you are choosing any player while doing selection in the dream 11, and somehow you, due to the dehydration or anything physical, poor physical fitness, they came out of the match, the whole that point will go zero over there, or it will be 2 or 4, and it will going to cause an impact on your overall score over there in the dream 11. So yeah, intrinsic factor does play a role, and we have to take into consideration that only. When we talk about extrinsic factors, I will talk to this in the next slide. What are the extrinsic factors and how it works? Although we can say climate, which when we are talking about the cricket only, climate we can say, which we can say, or in condition we can say, or you can say all, these all the things mainly. And opponents, okay, playing players opponent, that also comes in the extrinsic factor when we talk about that. Okay, if suppose, for example, Virat Kohli is batting against some new bowlers, the confidence level of that bowler will be not so high. When we talk about psychological aspect over here, so those things will come into picture. He will be nervous, and all those things will come into the picture over here. That's why all these things comes in the picture. Again, it depends upon how you are training and all those things, and how your psychological mindset is. So what all things we can do with the help of data science over here? We can compare two teams. Yeah, we can do that. We can do simple descriptive stats over here, know about the individual team stats or overall individual player or team. All these things can be done. We can do some sort of correlation, whether some those things, and we have to do a PCA also over here, principal component analysis, because there may be too much of attributes and you have to reduce the dimensionality over there. So all the things comes in the picture, and it is, and there are research paper also regarding the PCA. You can go and search and you can see how PCAs are working in the sports domain. Similarly, when we talk about machine learning, we can go for the prediction of injuries. Okay, we can go for the injury prediction. One thing is that, hence, sorry. Then we can go for the run prediction, wicket prediction, win or loss prediction. All those things can be done. With the help of deep learning and video analytics, we can go for the analysis of, suppose, heat map. A bowler is bowling a same ball in a same place, so that will going to generate some sort of bowling heat map over there. so that in the next session we can analyze those areas and we can train our batsmen how they can go forward with that. So all those things can be done. Similarly, in case of batsman, we can know technique is there. His favorite shot is cover drive or on drive, whatever it is. Okay, and we can analyze all those things and we can work those aspects how to go forward. Okay, and if we know some bowlers are bowling only over pitch and he can drive the ball, so yeah, so we can select all those things. Again, when we talk about over here, yeah, video analytics comes in the picture. There are various tools available to do that also. So yeah, so when we're talking about analytics over here, fantasy sports, okay. So what all things we can do and how we can do? There are various ways to do. Okay, one is your weightage method, one is your regression, one is your Monte Carlo simulation. Okay, so suppose in a dream 11, you when you are doing, you can see captains are given some weightage and vice captains are also given some weightage. Okay, so that if someone is choosing that captain over there and if they score something or wicket, the weightage system will give an extra point over there. Similarly, in that basis we can do our analysis also. Okay, you can give some weightage to the runs, some weightage to the sixes. Six, how many six? You can give extra weightage to those points because those are the some quality. If some batsman is scoring seven sixes, that is not a joke. Okay, you can give a weightage over there. We can work with the weightage system. Coming to the today's topic, I have done one regression analysis. I will show you that over here. Similarly, when we are choosing any player over here, we can go for, first of all we have to analyze the environment where the match is, whether the pitch was high scoring or low scoring. If the pitch was high scoring, we can go for the extra batsman over there. If the pitch is low scoring, we can go for the bowler, or we can make captain either way. That is how it works when we're going to select the team over in the match. Okay. Similarly, it's quite difficult, as I said, to predict the future because there's lots of variation in the body as well in the dynamic. It's too dynamic. Okay. How much anyone can say that they can predict anything, but it's too dynamic thing over here. Okay. So how to do that? These are the features I have written. When we are going to consider the win, loss of a team, we can consider the result of a previous matches. Okay. We can match type, day match, night match. Particularly, we are talking about a T20. It has to be a night match only. Bowlers in the team. We can go for the ICC ranking over there. How they are scoring, how they are performing over there. Plus, how many all rounders are over there. ICC ranking, as I told, which I have already mentioned. Climatic condition at 100. Okay, so when we talk about, we can build a model like any classification model, and we can go for uh, doing whether the team will be going to win or lose depending upon this data. Again, we can add many attributes, and just for reference I have mentioned over here, it's all the attributes are fine. So suppose if you want to say tomorrow is a match and how much that they will going to score. Yeah, we can do that with see these attributes. We can take average, strike rate, how many 50s, hundreds in the historical data they have scored, and with that we can build a model and we can say in the future how many score they are going to score. Similarly, for the wicket, we can take average, economy rate, how many 5 wicket haul, strike rate, what is the bowling technique, what is the heat map of the bowler. Similarly, what is the heat map of the batsman, how many scores in the wagon wheel, how many score they are scoring in that wagon wheel area. All those things we can take into consideration over here when we are predicting the win, how many runs, wickets, and fitness also. We have to look after many things when we talk about fitness. I will give a brief idea about that. Okay, so whenever in cricket perspective only, so aerobic, I guess many of you have heard about yo-yo test. Okay, so yo-yo test is simply a cardiovascular endurance test. Okay, so they have to run a 20-meter distance is there, so they have to run to and fro, and there are various levels in that, starting from five. Okay, higher the level, that means the player is much more fit, and depending upon the cardiovascular endurance over here. So that is better, so the person will not going to get tired easily. That is the importance of that yo-yo test over here. Okay, and if you think that the person is fat, and they will be having much more of fats in their body, and they will going to get tired easily. So all the things we can say, and we can relate to with the fitness, and later on with the performance. So, and when we talk about all those things, we have to take into pattern. What is the pattern of the team, whether they are winning or not? Because pattern is plays like a psychological impact. Okay, you can say about Australian team in the 2003 World Cup, they won so many matches. With attitude and pattern only. Their mindset was like that only. Okay, so all those things comes over here in the picture when we talk. So over here, I will be discussing about things when we go for the code walkthrough. Okay, so one is measuring the runs. Okay, will show you, and how to measure the impact of a player. Suppose of yesterday match only, when we talk about Pollard scored and Radu also scored. Who was the much more having a much more impact? Definitely Pollard over there. He took wickets also over there in the match. Okay, so all those things comes in the picture, and he is making the win also. Okay, so all those things are there. Now, how to do that? Okay, so now I will be. I think it's slideshow is fine now. So I will be going for Excel sheet right now. Then I will go for the Python code. Okay.
Hey Shwetank, I have a question from Rocky. He's asking that let's say you're creating some model.
Mm-hmm.
How do you use the prediction of the toss in the model? Does it plays a vital role as a feature, or how is it?
Suppose if you are building a model, and we are taking a consideration of a toss. Okay. So we have seen in the history that most of the team winning the match with the toss, they are selecting the bat and ball. Okay, so depending upon that only, and we can build any model, and we can see for the weightage over there, how much weightage mathematically when we talk about. But going for the historical point of view and all those things, it's like a guess estimate only. But when we talk about mathematical model, okay, so we have to take into consideration about the weightage over here, how much weightage the toss is giving to you in your model. But I would believe that toss plays a role. Okay, if depending upon the pitch, suppose there is a match of high score. Okay, the pitch is high scoring. Yeah, you are knowing. Okay, and you won the toss and you went for batting. Okay, and you score 230 runs. Suppose again the batting second team has a psychological impact over there. They have to chase. That's how. This is how you can say about that. The toss is playing a vital role over here.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So next, I will be sharing an Excel sheet over here. Okay, give me a moment.
Yeah, I mean, sports analytics is it's a very vast domain, guys. So, this is for the first time probably in YouTube. I haven't seen any stream related to sports analytics. So, this is a very first session. So, let's see what Shwetank has to show you. And yeah, from the next class, we can probably take a very specific project and then we'll talk on that. So, that will actually clear out a lot of doubts.
It's basically a generic topic that we are discussing today, and
Yes,
we can
yes.
go to the
Today we
uh,
are,
to
yeah,
the
yeah. Today we are
specific.
just discussing what can be the
What
probabilities in this domain. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, what are things we can do and how we can do? What are the things are there? Okay. Today we are only talking about crickets. Okay. So there we can talk about basketball. When you talk about US, it's much more of basketball over there. When you talk about UK, and it's much more of football over there. Okay. So again, it varies from region to region, and basically, and if we know how the dynamics of the sports are, then we can go really good how to do all those things.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
So this is an Excel sheet. Okay.
But
Suppose
Shwetang, I have one doubt from my side,
yeah, yeah.
my specific doubt. For example, let's say we are working on, let's say IPL data or any kind of, let's say ICC World Cup kind of prediction kind of thing. How do we
Mhm.
get the fitness of the players? Because that's very, I don't think for a outsider is it very easy to get the data. What is the fitness level of the candidates? What's your take on that?
No, no, it is quite difficult. It's too confidential data. It's about the body only. So I guess no, you can't get data. But again,
Okay.
if you're getting an opportunity to know about the fitness also, that will going to add values in your model.
Okay.
Okay. If someone is not able to run fast, okay, it is again going to cause an impact in your team only. It may
Okay.
cause some run out. Okay, and
Okay.
again you will, and in the fantasy league only, if there's a run out, if
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that player you have not chosen over there, he will get extra 25 points over there.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
run out and the batsman. Again, it plays a role, but again it is quite difficult to know the
Okay.
status, how to get a fitness data.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
So,
being
just
working
to,
in, sorry.
just to summarize, what you told is, in case you are working closely with those teams and you are in the sports industry where you have access to the data, in that cases, you can probably use the fitness level and build some models. But who are not from that domain and probably looking out for some college level projects or something like that, for them getting those fitness level data and those kind of confidential data is not possible, right? That's what you
Yeah,
told.
not as
Yeah.
such possible, and it's quite difficult to get also
Okay. Okay.
because there is something which test they are doing. You should know what is the significance of that test and everything. That is
Correct.
also one of the important things over here.
Correct. Correct. Very, very nice question. Thank you.
Fine. So suppose this is a data of yesterday match only. Okay, I
Shatan,
took from
just to interrupt you, I have a question. Where did you
yeah,
download this IPL data from last year? So there is a question from Nitesh.
yeah. This
Uh,
data. Sorry, which one I didn't get.
no, where can you download the IPL data?
Okay, when we can download. See the guys, this data of today's session every day, IPL is uploading in their website. Okay, so difficult that you have to keep going and downloading the data and making an Excel sheet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to wait for whole season to over.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just to add you, Shwetank, even I was playing out with some visualizations and IPL T20.com, I think their website, and you
Mhm.
can easily scrape data from that. So it's quite easily available. It is in tabular format, and you need to know how to scrape it. That's it. You can easily scrape it. Nitesh, I think I answered your question. Yeah, Shwetank, you can proceed, please.
So this is the data of yesterday match only. Okay, so Chennai versus Mumbai, and it is quite easy to say Karen Pollard performed very well over there. Okay. Suppose if someone is asking you in a mathematical point of view how to say that, okay, we can say, yeah, visually we saw the match, he scored a lot. So what we can do over here, see, I have made, okay, there are batting CSK, Mumbai bowling as well, and CSK bowling as well. Okay. So what you can do, you can do over here G score over here. Okay. A simple way to do that. Okay. You are standardizing everything over here. So happens what, but then you can see four was scored by Ruturaj. He scored 50, 58 by Ali, then 2, then 72, 22. But if you are only considering about the run over here, we are missing lots of things over here, mainly strike rate. You can see this point over here. Okay. So this is how it works. Okay. So you can build a simple D score over here. You have to take a mean STD and you can use standardized formula from this Excel sheet and you can build. Okay. If you think that the players who's are not performing well, you can go see it's negative mark over here. Okay. And if you can give a weightage over here, you see he scored 7 6s. You don't have to give weightage also if you want. Otherwise, you can give weightage also. Okay. It's a simple way to do that. And you can see over here his score was total 5.7 when we are comparing with the whole team. That's why he performed very well in the batting. Fine. So because I have taken into consideration over his strike rate also. Okay, if you are removing the strike rate from this picture, again the score will change. Okay, you will see that he is performing well in the same way. But when we talk about T20, all those things comes in the picture, and it does matter. Okay, it's a simple way to do, and you can visualize also. Okay, you can go like this, and you can see, you can plot simple bar graph. Okay, you can see which is going up, which is going down. You can take a player's name over here, and you can see. It's a simple way to see which what is the impact of a player. And similarly, if that player is bowling also manually, you can go over here and you can check manually 1 run only he gave, and he took 1 wicket also. Okay, his score was this much. You can add all those things. You can do summation of all those things, and you can come over here and you can say, yeah, that was causing much more impact over here. Similarly, when you talk about the batting of Mumbai Indians, you can see Karen Pollard. Okay, eight is a weightage. This is the whole data when we are talking about the same team, but you can do together also. You can take all the data over here. You can put MI down, and you can take overall day performance of the team, and then the clear picture will come. This is individual. We are talking about the team perspective. When you want to talk about both the team, both sorry, both the team, then you can talk about this way. You can copy paste it over here, and you can see. Suppose if I'm doing all these things right now, see. No, we can't do right now. We have to compare with the mean of everyone. So we have to again add all those things. Otherwise, if you want, I will show you how to do that also. Fine, you can comment on that. Similarly, on that basis, I did for this India and England, I guess it was match. Okay, for all the batsmen and everything, how they performed and everything together. First inning, okay, second inning, everything, and to see overall impact of the match. So this is how you can come with the simple approach. No models, nothing. You just have to do x minus x bar upon sigma. All those things you can do. Okay, it's not so difficult. Okay, and it's so pretty easy, and you can do, and you can plot it in a good way. Whether you want to plot in Excel or Tableau, it's again depend upon you. Fine. Any no queries as such.
There is a question from Raj Paul. I don't know her name, but yeah, she's asking how do we determine the weightage to be assigned on each feature?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, in these things, we are not giving any weightage. It's we are differentiating from the mean. Okay, that is one thing. This is not a weightage based things. If you want to give a weightage, you can give weightage 2 over here to the 6, or 3 points to the 6 three times. If someone is scoring 8 6s, the score will go 24. Similarly, we can go for 4 twice. Okay, we can give weightage, but again, this all procedure has to be followed for each and everybody in each and every team, in each and every team in the season. Okay, and it is sometimes quite difficult. Sometimes it can be confusing also. Okay, but however, you can go for simple this approach. It's just comparing with the mean of the team. You can see how much they are varying from the mean, and you can simply analyze the person how much they are impacting over here. Fine.
Yeah, yeah, you can proceed. Yes.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, although you said domain knowledge, yeah, domain knowledge plays in each and everything. Okay, fitness also. Suppose over here in the bowling, I have given runs minus over here. You can see auto -1. Why? Because the bowlers, if they are giving much more run over here, they are doing poor performance. That's why minus weightage. If the score is much, if the scoring is too much. Similarly, you have to understand all those things. Okay, if the economy rate is too high, again it will go for the minus only. This is how it works. If the person is taking 1 wicket and giving a 42 runs, again it is not good for the team. And all this thing analysis you can do. Okay, before the this is a historical data again when we're talking about, and all this thing analysis you can do, and you can later on select a player. Fine. This is how it works. It's a simple way for analyzing the impact of the player. Although you can do with the help of linear regression also. You have to provide the features and you can go for the weightage. And again, with the weightage, it will come and you can see which parameter is having which much weightage, and depending upon that you can give a basic evidence based approach regarding the weightage system. Fine. Yeah. Now I will be sharing my screen. One second.
In case you need a 1 minute break, guys, just be back in 1 minute. In the meanwhile, Shwetank will share his file. Gaurav has asked, so if I apply for a data scientist position in a finance company, should I have the knowledge of finance also? Not really. Not really, Gaurav. Very off topic, but yeah, not really. You don't have to have a knowledge on finance, because I myself, having zero experience on finance, I was able to switch. Not a problem. I mean, yeah, domain knowledge plays a vital role, but I mean, it's not the case all the time. You can easily grasp domain knowledge within couple of weeks. In case you are very good at data science or related topics, you can easily grasp it. But yeah, you have to devote a lot of time in doing research. Shwetank, can you just hide your uh, yeah, on the bottom? Yeah, that's it.
So my screen is coming. This one.
Yeah, it's visible. Yes, yes.
Okay, this is coming up prediction form.
Yeah, yeah. Prediction form. Yes.
So so fine, guys. I with the data of last year only. Last year, whatever the data was, basically. So I built a model with the help of linear regression only, and with that model, then again I deployed it, and this is how it is. So you can name pairs. Okay, I will go with the code walkthrough also. Okay, okay. I will let you know how it is working, and just for the overview, I'm just showing this. Suppose you have written a player name like this, okay, and he played 25 matches, of which 22 inning he played. He was not out 5 times. His average was 68. Highest score was 112. Ball faced for 40. Strike rate was 126. He scored 100. 850s with how many fours? 20 fours and 6 tens. Okay, and when you're going to submit it, you can see over here its estimated run will be of overall season will be 734. Okay, if he's playing in like this way. Okay, if you want to predict, fine. This is how it comes, and you can change it also. Suppose if you want to change the player name also. Okay, and he played somewhat around some other matches. Okay, 25 matches he played. His average was you can say 90, and he played much more balls also, 560. And strike rate was also better. You can say 34, 134. You can say 151. Okay, he scored 200s and and okay, and 15 sixes. Then see how it comes. Okay, the score changes to 967. This is how it works when we talk about prediction. Okay, in the fantasy league. Okay, you can estimate. Okay, again you can also do it divide by the total matches, and you can come across the individual match inning. Okay, how many runs he is scoring per match. Also, you can go for that. Okay, this I want to show you. I will again show you one more form right now only. Okay, one second. Yeah. So this another I built for an individual. Okay, it changed. Yeah. So this another I built. Okay, for the individual matches. Okay, if you want to check for the individual matches, so in that individual matches, you're not going to take match innings over there. Okay, suppose you put Virat Kohli again. He played around his average was 90. You can say he played in a match around 25 balls. Okay, and his strike rate was around you can say 151 again, and he hit. Suppose you're guessing only 10, and how many sixes? Five. He is scoring 70 runs in 25 balls. Okay, so this is how it works. And when we talk about a prediction in the perspective of fantasy league, okay, how it works. And this I did for you guys only, how it is working. Okay, now next I will go through the code walkthrough. Okay,
Shwetank, I have a question. I have a
yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I'm just giving you a scenario and let me know if it is possible or not. If it is possible, we can probably have another session on it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
For example, right now, you know about fantasy leagues, right? Like a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of applications are there. I'm not pretty sure Dream 11 or some other applications.
Mhm.
So, is it possible based on the previous data and based on the till now? Let's say today's match, yesterday's match was on CSK versus Mumbai. Let's say we
Yeah.
have data till yesterday. Is it
Mhm.
possible that let's say today's match? I'm not sure today's match is with which and which team. Let's say,
Mhm.
for example, Kolkata versus Rajasthan.
Mhm.
Is it possible to predict a Dream 11 team? Is it possible? Like how difficult is it?
So basically, we can go with the two approach over here. One
Yeah.
was the impact. Okay,
Okay.
because when we want to build a model, we need to have lots of data.
Yeah.
That is one thing. And with this season data, if you want to predict anything in the future, it is quite difficult and it will be biased enough. Okay, that is one thing. Although we can go for with this approach. Okay, impact. Okay,
Mhm.
we can select on the basis of this approach also, and yeah, we can go with the help of that also. We can predict run over here. Okay, as I showed you right now, we can go for the prediction of the runs also, and we depending upon that we can select our team, and it also depends upon the pitch, where is
Okay.
the team, all those things. We can take into consideration all those factors. If you want, I can build all those things, and I will create one data, and I will show how
Yeah.
easy or difficult it is because I have to work on that aspect also.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
understood.
Yeah.
But
And this is
I mean,
yes.
you're telling that it's possible, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
possible, but again, the accuracy is one thing over here. If
Yeah. Yeah.
suppose tomorrow you and me are saying, yeah, this player will going to play, and if the fitness is not good over there, and somehow some mishappened occur over there, then it is
Okay.
quite difficult. Yeah. So yeah, it's data is there with plus minus error.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I understand that kind of things will happen, but at
Yeah.
least even if with less accuracy, but if it is possible, then I think people will love to see that application. So, if let's say today I will click on today's match and we'll
Mhm.
see, show me the Dream 11, and we will probably, based on our internal calculation, will show you that these are the list of players which people can choose. I think that will be amazing. I mean, yeah, I'm not pressurizing you, but in
Yeah.
case it is possible, we can have a session on that.
Yeah, yeah, we can discuss on that, and depending upon that, we can go forward with that also.
Nice,
Not an issue.
nice.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
yeah. So this is basically a data I took from IPL only. Okay, and this is simple things. So it's importing the necessary libraries over here for data manipulation and some visualization, which I didn't do over here. Okay, this okay with the help of pandas profiling, you can get each and everything about the EDA. I guess okay, pandas profiling will show you in the one line what is the missing value, what is the correlation, high correlation you can see with something. Okay, so you can again go and analyze the EDA over here. How much missing values are there? Okay, it's a good library to work on the EDA. Along with that, there's one more, Sweet Wedge. You guys can go and work on that also. You can go for the interaction, you can see, you can go for the correlation. Okay, all types of Pearson, Sperman, Kendalls, and all those things you can see over here. Again, it depends upon the some sort of knowledge also. So this is the data we are talking about. Okay, of the last league, I guess. Okay, position of the player on the league. Okay, David Warner, he scored too many runs, 692, with the average of this much and everything. So this was the data. Okay, when we are talking about the data, this is the last rows. Okay, and you can see some missing values are there. Okay, so these all things were there. So how it worked later on. So you have to replace. Okay, these are the ballers only. They will not going to have any sort of average. You can replace with one. Okay, it doesn't matter anyhow. Okay, with the okay, or you can drop it also. Again, it depends upon you how you go forward with that when we're talking about the batsman over here. Okay, then these are the players. Okay, so players also plays an important role. Okay, if you're changing the player name also, the scoring will change. Okay, so you have to create a dummy data. Again, there will be lots of dummy data over here because there are 100 players, and again you have to drop one player from here. Okay, so these are the dummy data I have created. Okay, you can see, and I am dropping Yuvraj Singh from here. Okay, and then I dropped players. Okay, because we are having over here, you can see 1-0 all those value. Fine. Then you can see over here lots of columns have appeared, 113, because of this only players. Okay, and this is how it works about the max you can take. You have to drop runs over here. Okay, and not out also. Okay, all those things I have dropped it from here. Then we are creating a save, we saw, learn, when we are putting train and test. Okay, and then we created a linear regression and all those things. Okay, we are doing cross validation over here to see which was much more good. And we created one function where all the features will pass and it will go give the return. Okay, so as I showed you over there also, I can show you over here also how it works. See, same thing. If I change the name of a player, okay, if you want, suppose I will, if you want KL Rahul, okay, if you want KL Rahul over here to see, is there any role of those data over here? See, there's a variation of 11 run over here. So that's why we took all the player name over here because it has an impact. Okay, we can't simply drop the player name. Similarly, you can select any bowler and you can see how it works. Suppose if you want to check of Andre Russell, okay, same thing, same. You are not changing anything. If you want to change it, you can change it. Again, it varies. Okay, because David Warner was performing well, as we saw. David Warner was performing well. That's why maybe the scoring was much more. Virat Kohli was again performing well. All those things comes in the picture when we are talking about the code. So this was a simple code I did. Okay, nothing so sophisticated. I didn't try any other model because of the making it simple only. Otherwise, we can go for other mathematical approach also over here. Then we have to dump the model with the pickle and with the JSON. You can create those model deployment over there. Fine, guys. It's pretty simple. It's simple coding only.
Shwetang, there is a question that is it possible to predict win based on batsman and bowler's form and fitness before starting match? Because I think many people are very inclined towards Dream 11 and all these
Yeah,
applications
yeah,
these days. So they are asking about this question. Is it possible?
So basically, what we can do, we are able to know about the form. We are seeing that they're how they're performing the match. So
Hmm.
we can follow up those things and we can create one data from that, and we can give he is performing well or not. We can give a yes and no kind of a thing. Okay, and regarding the fitness, again the confidentiality over there. Although you can say by looking at the match how they are, how fit they are. Okay, you can assume, but you can't be so perfect over there to say if the person is not so fit of it. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So that is one thing. But again, form, if you're talking about, okay, again it depends upon, you have to take into consideration too many things: last year data, fitness, and fitness in the perspective not only bodily, you have to take mental also, and how much he is training. Is there any training load or not? Again, there's one term, training load. Okay,
Hmm.
that is another different topic in the sports domain. Okay, so all those things we can measure it and we can say, yeah, he's performing good or bad. Again, depends.
Yeah, yeah. I think the prediction rate which comes when the match starts, that prediction rate they might be taking fitness into picture for sure, right?
I don't think so, because see, again, for the stakeholders, players are much more important than fitness.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, if suppose if you can guess any player,
yeah.
okay, if they're not so fit, but again, the name of that player is going to cause an impact to the opposition. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
fitness does play a role, but not in the point of view with the stakeholders when we're talking about, because the name is too much of the player, and if he's playing, the opponent will be like, yeah, that batsman will be coming to play, or that bowler will be going to bowl, and it is going to cause some trouble and all those things. So that's why fitness is a role over here. But again, it is quite difficult to get a fitness data over here. We are having all
yeah,
this data about how much they are scoring and everything, and we can predict the run. In a similar way, we can go for the in a similar way we can go for the prediction of wickets also. We
yeah,
have to just change the features over here, and we have to just do a classification model over there. No, no,
yeah,
same
yeah.
model, same model, not classification, linear regression only. And
Regression.
with the win and loss, when we are talking about classification model, we can do with
Yeah,
all
yeah.
these features. Yeah.
Yeah, and moreover, I think fitness. I don't think any team will be open to share details about the
Yeah, yeah,
fitness because
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
because even on ESPN Cricket for any kind of websites, before the toss, we are not sure who is going to be the playing 11. So we don't know if somebody is injured
Mhm.
or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they keep it confidential.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. Yeah,
Along with that, when we are talking about all these things form, so we have to take into consideration about the wagon wheel. Okay, suppose what is the pitch? First thing is that, and wagon wheel of that player, which is the favorite area of scoring,
hmm,
and all those things comes in the picture when we take. And if we know about all those things, if the bowlers we know, if someone is that type of bowler, some spinners are there, which is much more playing, then we can say and we can assume how which way to be selected. All those things we can do, but again we have to think about the data about that, which are regarding dream 11 and all those things. Although if you want to predict run and all those things, we can do with a simple approach. Okay, although we can make it sophisticated also, but it's a simple way. And basically I believe this, I was reading one book, okay, regarding some baseball and anything, and I came across how they are doing all those things, and you can go forward with this also. Yeah. So
yeah,
when we're talking about the sports analytics over here, so I would say that uh, it's not about only prediction, it's about much more than that. Okay, much more things are involved, emotions are involved. Okay, right now with the COVID situation, the stadiums are vacant. But if it is not that, the everyone will be going to the stadium. Okay, the economy is over there. So all those things comes in the picture. Okay, so that is the thing involved when we're talking about sports. And yeah, I'm done with all those things. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, Shatang. Let's keep the call open for 2 more minutes in case anybody has any questions. Yeah, in the meanwhile, we'll also share you this regression code. I mean, it was a very basic idea about what can be done, but yeah, there are huge amount of use cases that's possible. So I'll try to explore this with Shwetank and see if it is possible to have a session in the near future. But in case you have any questions related to the session or off topic, anything else, if you want any specific webinars, you can just let me know. I'll keep the call open for 2 more minutes, guys, and
Okay.
then we'll probably wind up. So next session is going to be again every Sunday, Saturday. And every Sunday 7 p.m. I'm going to schedule classes, webinars, workshops, and all these things. For the coming two classes, it's going to be on Google Analytics, and I'm planning one AD session on 16th of May. Apart from that, I also have some huge announcement. I'm not pretty sure if it is going to happen or not, but I'm planning for a live workshop, which is going to be over 4 weeks. So 4 weeks, 4 weekend classes, live classes on specific topics. I'll keep you notified through the community posts or through WhatsApp groups, so you will know about it. Not an issue. Any question, guys? If not, we'll probably wind up.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Shwetank, for joining. It was really nice, actually, at least for me, because I do care about people. But yeah, for me, it was really nice. I'm sure for some of them, it was a little bit difficult to grasp, but yeah, it can be consumed later on once you are good with the basics. And sports analytics is a huge domain. At least for me, it was untouched, but I will like to explore more into this. It's very fascinating because even I am very much fascinated into Dream 11 and all those things. So I'll try to see what can be done. A lot of people tell me that, hey, you are a data scientist. Why don't you analyze these kind of data? Why don't you analyze stock markets? Why don't you analyze cryptocurrencies? And I was like, I really don't have any idea about that. So I will start exploring these kind of things. I think there is a latest video on my channel, guys. If you haven't seen, I have done a foreign exchange forecasting. That's going to be very helpful for people who are not in India, abroad, because at least for me, when I send back money home, I usually look at the exchange rates every day. I look at what's the rate today, and based on that, I transfer money to Indian account. So if you haven't seen that video, probably go to my channel, the top video, you will be able to see it. And yeah, I'll come up with a lot of interesting topics and lot of interesting webinars as well. I don't see any questions here. Somebody is asking statistics sessions. Gopi, many people have asked me about statistics. I think statistics is very broad, so I'm not pretty sure if I can cover it, but we'll see. I'll see if I can have a 4 weeks web workshop or something like that. I'll probably plan it very soon. Quite possible, but I'm not pretty sure. If you can guarantee me some 20-30 viewers, I can do it, Gopi. Okay. Anybody has any doubts? Shwetank's profile, my profile are already part of the description. You can reach out to us in case you need anything related to sports analytics, anything related to data science, machine learning, any kind of things not related to sports area. You can reach out to me. I would not recommend you to bug Shwetank on LinkedIn. Thank you all for joining the session, guys. I will also have few more sessions lined up on various topics. So please subscribe the channel and keep me motivated. Do share my videos as much as possible and like the videos. And thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank
That's
you
it
so
from
much.
my side. Thank you so
Yeah,
much, Shwetank, for joining me.
yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Good night.